Greetings, fellow Steelers fans. In today's video, I bring you a lot of updates, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Today, we'll take a close look at every position on the Steelers depth chart following the conclusion of the 2025 NFL Draft. This draft represents the final major opportunity for roster additions, giving us a clearer picture of how the team will be shaped heading into the offseason program at this stage. Let's analyze the current state of the roster before diving into the content. Today's the last day of April, and coincidentally, it's also my dad's birthday. So if he's watching, happy birthday. This is our final chance to win the North this month. Right now in our subscriber competition with other AFC North channels, we're just 9 subscribers behind the Browns channel. So if we can get at least 10 new people to subscribe, we could surpass that channel and come out on top. New viewers, we need you. Those who are already with us, our loyal supporters, have already subscribed and can help us further. We need new viewers who haven't yet subscribed to step up. If you're looking for free daily full Steelers coverage, consider subscribing and help us conquer the North. Now let's get into the offense, because I believe the Steelers' offense this year is particularly intriguing. As of now, the quarterbacks on the roster are Mason Rudolph, Skylar Thompson, and rookie Will Howard. But let's be honest for a moment, it's highly likely that one or two names, Aaron Rodgers or Kirk Cousins, will be the Steelers' starting quarterback, at least at the beginning of the 2025 NFL season. The greater possibility points to Rodgers, likely on a one-year deal worth around $10 million. However, if Rodgers decides to retire at the last minute, the Steelers could feel comfortable trading a conditional 6th-round pick for Kirk Cousins, making him the new starter for the 2025 season. So pick your QB and share your thoughts in the comments section. Would you rather sign Aaron Rodgers on a one-year $10 million deal or trade a conditional 6th-round pick, potentially turning into a 4th-rounder for Kirk Cousins? A commercial break is coming up shortly. And during that time, let me know which veteran quarterback you'd prefer to lead the Steelers' offense this year. Looking at the quarterback depth chart, Aaron Rodgers is undoubtedly the most viable option for Pittsburgh right now. We don't know when he might sign, but I believe he will ultimately become the starting quarterback. Mason Rudolph would then serve as the backup. Will Howard, the 6th-round rookie from Ohio State, would likely be the QB3 developing under Rodgers and Rudolph at least for this season. Skylar Thompson would be the 4th QB and likely won't make the final roster after the preseason. Now, let's review the wide receiver depth chart. We have DK Metcalf and George Pickens at the top, and a strong supporting cast featuring Calvin Austin III, Roman Wilson, and Robert Woods. I also value Ben Skowronek as an excellent blocking wide receiver and a key special teams contributor. These are likely the 6 receivers you can expect to see on the final roster, though more names could emerge. The combination of Calvin Austin III, Roman Wilson, Robert Woods, and Ben Skowronek provides a solid core, especially with Skowronek excelling as a blocking receiver and special teams athlete. These 6 receivers appear to be the group the team is projecting for the final roster right now. Adjustments are always possible, especially if issues arise with George Pickens during the offseason, which could even lead to a trade. But as it stands, these 6 seem to be the trusted group heading into the new season. As for the running back position, Jaylen Warren and Caleb Johnson are expected to be the starting duo, complementing each other similarly to the Najee Jaylen combo from previous years. While Jaylen is likely to be the top name on the depth chart, it's believed that Warren and Johnson will split reps fairly evenly, especially as the season progresses. Johnson has the potential to become the team's lead back by the end of the 2025 season. In addition, there are players like Kenneth Gainwell, who stands out as a great 3rd-option running back, and Cordarrelle Patterson, whose roster spot is still uncertain. He may be cut. Jihad Ward and Aaron Champlain are also candidates to be released later, though they remain on the roster for now. Turning to the tight ends and fullbacks, the Steelers have Pat Freiermuth and Darnell Washington as their top 2 tight ends. Connor Hayward can function as a fullback, but is listed as the 3rd tight end. These 3 are expected to be on the roster this season. Now, when we look at the offensive line and how it's shaping up, it's possible the Steelers could look to add more depth. There are several competent free agents with starting experience. who could serve as valuable backups, but the team has solid confidence in its current options. The offensive line is a vital unit, and there's room for improvement. The Steelers might still consider adding depth, as there are offensive linemen available in free agency with substantial starting experience. However, the organization has strong faith in the young talent it has developed in recent years. Broderick Jones and Troy Fautanu are notable first-round picks, with Jones set to make his debut at left tackle, the position he was originally drafted for. Zach Frazier was one of the top 10 centers in the league as a rookie, taken in the second round. Mason McCormick wasn't expected to play last year, but is now slated to start at right guard after a full off-season of preparation. The hope is that the team's vision for him will come to fruition. Milo Eifler brings needed experience to this unit. He's always dependable and outstanding when healthy. If depth is needed on the offensive line, it's certainly doable. But the starting five appears mostly set. For the projected 2025 offense, Aaron Rodgers is expected to be the quarterback. The offensive weapons, including Metcalf, Pickens, Johnson, Warren, and Freiermuth, are impressive. The Steelers also trust in their investments in young talent along the offensive line. The two key factors that will influence the Steelers' offensive success next season are the development of the offensive line and its ability to reach its full potential. This group has the talent to become one of the standout units in the NFL, featuring multiple first-round picks and high-level draft selections. However, they still have much to prove. Broderick Jones had 2 underwhelming seasons as a right tackle and must show his worth at left tackle this coming season. Troy Fautanu needs to prove he can stay healthy over a full NFL season. At the same time, Mason McCormick must establish himself as a competent right guard after an inconsistent year. He played 2 seasons at right tackle and underperformed. He has a lot to prove at left tackle next season. There's also a need for someone to show they can stay healthy through the grind of the NFL. Another player must demonstrate reliability at right guard after considerable struggles last year. So while this offensive line is young and talented, it must prove its worth as the new year approaches. Another question arises. Can a veteran quarterback, whether a marquee name or not, perform efficiently this season? Both Rodgers and Cousins suffered Achilles injuries 2 years ago, so there's hope that their second year post-injury brings improvements. Still, it's likely that one of them will be the starter. There's a chance to recapture a bit of that magic the team had in 2009, combined with the offensive spark seen in 2020, 2021, and 2022. If Pittsburgh can solidify its offensive line and the quarterback situation develops positively, this could turn into a formidable offense. They have some exciting weapons at their disposal. Establishing a solid foundation in quarterback play and offensive line performance is crucial, and this year's group seems to align better with the head coach's offensive philosophy. He's said repeatedly this offseason that last year's roster didn't allow him to run the style of offense he wanted. This year, the fit seems much better with outside zone plays, play action, deep passes, and throws over the middle. The expectation is that this year's group can execute that style more effectively than last year's, which could make them very dangerous again, assuming the key players perform. Now, shifting focus to the defense, this is a unit that has historically been a strength for Pittsburgh. I'll soon share my observations on the current state of the defense as we move closer to the 2025 campaign. The X factors could be decisive, so moving forward, we'll talk about the defense, which has always been a cornerstone of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll share my take on its current form as we head toward the 2025 season. But first, I want to highlight one player I'm especially excited to watch. He'll be wearing jersey number 4 while representing the team. Now, back to the defense. When operating in their base formation, they run a 5-man front in a 3-4 scheme with outside linebackers, a nose tackle, and others along the defensive line. When they switch to nickel packages with a 4-man front, one of those players transitions into more of a hybrid role. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Baker Mayfield is officially the new quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the NFL community, the former #1 overall pick is set to sign a contract with the Steelers, marking a fresh chapter in his career and signaling a bold new direction for the historic franchise. The signing comes amid the team's efforts to re-establish itself as a consistent playoff contender after a few turbulent seasons under center Mayfield, who spent the previous season revitalizing his image with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, proved he still had plenty of gas in the tank. His leadership, toughness, and competitive edge were on full display throughout the year, helping him re-emerge as a viable starter in the league. The Steelers, known for their tradition of gritty, no-nonsense football, appear to believe that Mayfield's fire and experience can provide the spark they've been missing. While the Steelers have cycled through several quarterbacks in recent seasons, none have been able to firmly take the reins and lead the team deep into the postseason. The arrival of Mayfield is not only a statement of intent, but also a vote of confidence in his ability to command an offense and ignite a locker room hungry for success. Pittsburgh's front office is clearly banking on the idea that Mayfield's maturity and resilience, forged through both success and adversity, can help stabilize the team's offensive identity. Although the terms of the contract have not yet been made public, sources close to the organization suggest it will be a multi-year deal, reflecting the team's commitment to giving Mayfield the time and support necessary to thrive in black and gold. For Steelers fans, the signing brings hope and perhaps a bit of skepticism as they wait to see whether the fiery quarterback can finally deliver the consistency and explosiveness that have eluded the offense in recent years. Mayfield's journey to Pittsburgh has been anything but linear. From being the face of the Cleveland Browns to navigating challenges in Carolina and Tampa Bay, his path has been marked by highs and lows. But now, with a new opportunity in one of the NFL's most storied franchises, Baker Mayfield will look to cement his legacy and prove once and for all that he belongs among the league's elite. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.